Now the second system that breaks down the presence of excess radiation is the heart. Okay? Now the heart is a mechanism, of course, that's just there to pump fluids around your body. I say we're just pumping fluids around, but if you don't put the red blood cells around the system, then the cells that are your system won't get fed. Okay? It's majorly a system for feeding and nourishing of the whole body, and in the cases of emergency, for transporting arms and ammunition to the cells to fight off aggressors. So if, let's say, a germ gets in your system, a virus, a bug, a toxin, and it proliferates to all the cells, then you've got to have some pretty good circulation to make sure that you get energies, right protective mechanisms in there to ward it off. We're looking at, on this side, the idea of synchronization. When radiation hits the body or you're aggressed against, one of the first things that goes out, past protection, is your ability to synchronize yourself. In other words, you go out of balance. And balance is extremely important. This is exactly what the person needs to keep himself straight. In other words, when a person's first born, even a little baby, when they come out, you'll watch them, when they come out of the mother, the arms are starting to go like this. Right away, they're starting to catch their balance. It's trying to get the exact balance of their energy. So when poisons get into the system, one of the first areas that are affected is your synchronization and your balance, the leveling of your energy, keeping everything in harmony. So you could use the word harmony here. So you could say that a person who is hurt, that has been aggressed against, let's say if someone is very angry towards you and breaches your protective field and leaves you with a disgruntled feeling, there's a state of disharmony. And if there's a state of disharmony, that means he's reached the second level. Whatever, we look at this as an overall scale. Going to level 2 means that when there's disharmony in the system, whatever has aggressed against you has really driven deep into your system enough to create this disharmony. On the emotional side, it's a case of love. Heart is always related to love, the feelings of love, and let's say, love, the absence of, creation of, destruction of. In other words, if a person has this harmony and then they are invaded, they have disharmony and they may have dislove. In other words, the correct energies that produce this harmonic, balanced feeling start to go out, and in place of love comes jealousy and other emotions which are detrimental to the system. Now, if you see a 2 come up in your chain link, and if it's the first number, then this is what you have to focus on. There's a matter of dissynchronization, of disharmony. Something's wrong with the heart system. Again, it's the pressurizations of the driving in of radiation of the same type. Radiation of different types does not create the same effect. It has to be the same kind. In other words, if someone's mad at you or angry at you, then they would have to drive the same kind of anger with the same kind of hatred in with a lot of force and volume continually to drive deeper down the scale. It's almost like ringing the bell at the carnival. To make the bell ring, you've got to really swing the hammer down on the person. So in other words, to really breach your protective mechanism, somebody's really got to get angry at you. Or maybe they don't have to get so angry at you if you have weak defensive systems. Some people have good defensive systems, so a person can get angry all he wants and he never breaks through. Another person is very, very weak and fragile. All you have to do is say boo to them, and they break through not only the protective barriers, but down into this barrier here, and then create disharmony like that. Now you know a person's sick if you come in, if the husband comes in and says, hey hun, where's my dinner? And bango, she goes into disharmony just by saying that. There's something wrong. Okay? If a person is that irritable and can't handle anything that even smacks of a little bit of pressure, then it means that they already have problems there that they haven't resolved.